On the radar for Manchester United, though, and it looks to be a deal that's going ever closer, is Raphael Varane. It seems that the terms are agreed now. The two clubs are just trying to negotiate the price. What do you make of this signing for Manchester United, Luis, Raphael Varane?
Well, if at the end, finally, we think that it's going to happen, Raphael Varane has been trying to maybe make a move for quite a few times, but it was difficult to leave Real Madrid, as you know. And finally, it looks like he wanted to come to Premier League. So it's a big signing, to be honest. He's one of the best centre backs that you can see right now in Europe because he's quick. He's got a lot of experience. He arrived very young to Real Madrid. He had next to him one of the best centre backs in the history, Sergio Ramos, who so he's been quite in his shape for many, many years, but definitely the ones we've been watching Real Madrid every single weekend, we can know that he's one of the best ones. And definitely if he arrived to a league where the intensity, the quick transitions are the main factor for winning a game, this is one of the best players you can have because definitely he's very fast, he's quick, he's very good in the air, also can give you goals in set pieces. He's well set at the back, so he knows how to move, even though that he's not quite a leader. But I guess that in Manchester United at the moment, they are trying to find that kind of player, a leader who can lead this team to finally get a big trophy.
So you say that, Jadon Sancho's in. With Raphael Varane in, does it make them title contenders, Luis?
Yeah, definitely, yes. I mean, with the team that they had last year, we cannot forget. It's true that it wasn't enough because Man City did very well, but they had a fantastic players. As you can see, there are not going to be many changes. You can see 1, 2, maybe 3 players if they can sign another one. But with big players at the back, as a centre back, that is very important if you want to be a big contender, to be well organized at the back. And a player like Sancho, that you know that he can break any single defense. I think this is a team, of course, is going to be a contender to win the Premier League.
Luis says the title contenders. Do you agree?
Well, they should be, and they have to be. A club of that size, they've always been generally up there challenging. That's their aim, not to finish second, third, fourth, and try and pipe that off as some sort of success. I still think they need a real dominating midfielder. McTominay's done well, but I think over the course of the season, I still think they need a real dominant leading figure in there. I do agree on the Varane things. Terrific player, super fast, great in the air. Not the best on the ball, but then Harry Maguire is very good at coming out with the ball. And I think those two could complement each other. But yeah, I mean, as good as the other three, I'm not sure. But should they be putting up a title challenge like all these other clubs, the elite? Then yes, they should.
Does the move make sense for you, for United, Raphael Varane?
Absolutely. Raphael Varane is one of the best centre-backs in world football. You have an opportunity to get him, you take him. If you're Manchester United, no question. That has been a weaker point for them for quite some time. And that starting 11 is a very good starting 11. Let's make no mistake about that. Which kind of puts the pressure back on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer about where Manchester United finished this season. And while second is a decent finish, I don't think it's all make or break whether Manchester United win the title. What I will say is they have to be in the conversation through the end of April, chasing down those Man City and Liverpool. You cannot be and also ran by the end of February. February.
So what's success for them then next season?
I don't think that Manchester United will win the title. But if you are 4 or 5 points behind top, I'll even go a little further. So let's say 8. If you're in that conversation towards the end of the season, I'm saying that's real progress. But if come the start of March, you're already 10 or 12 points behind City or Liverpool or whoever's top of the table, and the discussion becomes finishing second and finishing top 4, there's no discussion about finishing top of the table, then that simply is not good enough, especially when you look at that starting 11.
Yeah, I agree to that point. If you try to gauge success, you're looking at cup competitions, but you're looking at a league challenge over 38 games. And what you're looking at, as Shaq said, is absolutely correct. If you think back to Liverpool, the year before they did win the title for the first time in, 30 years or so, it was a neck-and-neck race with City, almost to 100 points. I mean, it went... If memories, there's been a lot of football played. I've can't remember everything exactly chronologically correct. But I think the year they won the Champions League, they went head-to-head with City all the way, and just got pipped at the end. And that was a very success. That was a great effort. And then next year they came back and they went again, and City dropped off. If that's how it's going to be for United, then I think we could sit here and give them a pass. If, as Shaka said, if they were in the hunt right to the end and there was 2 or 3 teams. But if they're sitting there looking up at everybody else and they're not in it, then I think that's a big problem for this football club. Bearing in mind where they've set the standard over the years. I mean, Ferguson didn't win every title. But generally they were always...
in the conversation.
Not always, but generally they were kind of always in the conversation or they were winning it. That's where they need to be, not sitting in 3rd or 4th, looking at, say, it's going to be Liverpool or City or Chelsea or one of them. It's going to be close.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.